people buy from other people that they know, like, and trust. The trouble that a lot of entrepreneurs have is actually getting people to know, like, and trust you. For me, I've been doing this for quite a few years. It's pretty easy for me to get visibility and get people to know me, to get in front of people. That's kind of what I specialize in. I've realized recently the theme of this particular month, this is summer 2017, is that I have trust issues. This has come up several times this month. It doesn't mean I have a trouble trusting. It means when people first get to know me or see me, um, I am projecting certain qualities because of my personality that make it difficult for people to trust me. And this is, I didn't think this was such a big deal online. And because most of my business is online, I've never really addressed it. And I kind of thought that I didn't need to. But it's come up this month that the way to step forward in my business, the way to get better at doing the things that I'm doing is definitely to focus on increasing the trust factor. And there are ways to do that. So I'm going to go through 4 ways that you can get people to trust you more, whether online or offline. And I'll kind of tell you the story about how all this came about. So I'm in Portland. I put up a blog post this month on creativity about do you trust me, how to get people to trust you. And I was basically talking about pricing and branding. So I used the picture of 4 kombuchas. Kombucha is a fermented type of soda that's common in the Pacific Northwest, becoming more common. And what I was saying was kombucha is already an overpriced product at like $3.49 per bottle, but there's one particular new brand that costs about $7 per bottle. And as a kombucha connoisseur, I was buying the $7 bottle, even though I knew it wasn't twice as good as the cheaper bottles, which even though I knew that it wasn't worth the money, I was still paying the money because on the one hand, the the higher price signified better quality, and on the other hand, it had really good branding and packaging. So my theory was that just by doubling your prices and having really nice branding and packaging, you can sell more of your product. And this is basically true. This is what I've done with several of my online businesses. When I have more confidence, I double the prices. Things that I'm starting off with for the first time, I tend to price kind of cheap until I get my feet wet and kind of figure out what's going on. However, then I had a site audit. So I thought I kind of knew like branding and packaging, pricing, I kind of know that stuff. I had a site audit because my pages, my DIY book covers and my DIY um, book templates, they're not converting as well as they should. I get a couple thousand visitors a day. I get maybe 100 opt-ins, and out of those, I might get 1 sale per day. So that's like 1% of all my traffic. That's not terrible, but it should be a lot better. And what I found from this site audit, a site audit was just a friend of mine who's really good at this stuff, made me a video talking about my website and what's wrong and what I could improve. And the thing that came up again and again, not only with her feedback, but also with user feedback, was that I seem unsure of myself. I have a weak confidence. And I think that's interesting because I have a lot of confidence in business because I know what I'm doing, but I have a natural, it's not exactly, I don't think I'm a shy person. I'm pretty talkative, but I definitely avoid conflict. And so things that come up, for example, are my body posture, or I don't make as much eye contact. Part of that just I'm not used to when I'm talking to the camera to make direct eye contact with the camera. So my eyes tend to be kind of shifty. My shoulders are kind of slumped. And this body language, when I'm making, especially like a video to sell a product, if I don't have natural confidence, I didn't realize that that makes me look untrustworthy, which makes people less likely to buy from me because if I don't believe in myself, other people won't believe in me either. It's a bigger deal than I thought it would, which is why I'm talking about it and why I know I need to address it. This also came up in my writing. I was doing things like using weak words in my writing copy. I never hard sell, so I do stuff like I say, this product might work for you. It works for a lot of people. I only get, I mean, 2 or maybe 1 or 2 refunds out of 100 sales. So most people are okay with this product, but I don't say this is the greatest product in the world. It's going to solve all your problems because I want to be trustworthy. I want to be authentic. And long term, that works in my favor. Long term, a lot of people say they trust me, they like me because once they've gotten to know me, I am very authentic, I'm very transparent, and people like that. I get a lot of fan mail from people who have seen me interact online or they've seen me post something and they say they appreciate that I'm a real person that they feel like they can trust. So long term, I do get people to trust me, because I'm a transparent and an authentic person. But short term, if they just land on my site for the first time, and I'm just trying to get them to sign up to my email list so I can give them good content, um, my lack of confidence becomes a problem because like for example, on some of my they're not even sales pages, they're opt-in pages where I'm giving away free stuff, but I just want an email so I can send them more great free stuff. But I'm trying to sell too hard. Like I have all these quotes and all this proof and all these things going on, and I'm trying too hard for a simple opt-in. For a simple opt-in, I shouldn't be working so hard. The harder that I work, the more I scare people away. And I wouldn't work that hard if I had more natural confidence, which is why this is a thing I need to address. I thought like I could just do better with copywriting or with design or pricing maybe, but it's actually the confidence thing. I didn't realize the direct connection between the lack of trust and the lack of confidence on my website. So that's what I'm really focused on. One other book, I went to a speech recently. I went to WDS, which is a conference in Portland, and I got to meet Vanessa Van Edwards, who wrote this book, Captivate, which is about basically body language and people skills. And I am basically, this is like the two postures. I'm definitely this one. This is my default posture in social situations where I'm crossed, I'm protecting myself. But that projects a lack of confidence, and it's the sports loser body posture when you lose at everything. So I'm projecting to people that I'm an unsuccessful person basically, and then they're surprised if they stick around to get to know me long enough. Most people, they'll just meet me in a conversation and they'll leave within a couple minutes because I'm not a conversationalist. I can say good things, but I don't have the witty banter or the ease of fluency that some people have in social dynamics. I tend to just kind of hide in a corner, and if people really make an effort to talk to me, I'll gravitate towards people, like-minded people. I tend to make very strong personal relationships, but I'm not adept. I'm not, this isn't my natural skill set, which is why I think I need to focus on improving it. Um, but what I learned from that book and from all the stuff that's going on this month is that it's not enough just to I've like for the last 10 years I've basically done what's easy for me. Even though video was extremely hard for me, forced myself to get more comfortable at video. And now I'm comfortable on video, but I'm not professional on video. So if I want to sell things with video and get people to like and trust me, I need to pay a little more attention. I can't totally control like the background because we travel full time, so I don't have control over like my studio, which would be great if I could set up, a professional recording studio with a background for my brand. But I don't have that because I travel full time. But I can definitely work on body language, posture. I can work on my writing and avoid weak words. My copywriting for all my sites could be much better. And also what I learned was I can really focus on the numbers and the figures. So on the one hand, I need to take those testimonials from people who do know me and who have watched me for several years, and they've learned to trust me because they know, like when I've let people in, when they've gotten to know me, they're sure that they can trust me, and that's great. I'm happy I'm having that effect on people, but I really need to tighten up my initial impressions. When people see me for the first time, they meet me for the first time, that's what I really need to focus on because there's more people there at the open end of the funnel. There's more people touching the open end, thousands of people a day. Those are the people I want to inspire to trust me right away so that they'll give me the chance to get to know me better and deeper and longer term. So those are some of the things I'm working on and the issues. I can take testimonials from those people and put them on my pages. I can also talk about numbers and figures. So it's difficult for me to say like, hey, you really need this product that I've made for you that will teach you how to sell more books. But it's easy for me to say, I've made 40,000 this year so far selling stuff on Kindle. Putting the numbers and saying the success, like this is what I've actually achieved. I can take screenshots. I think that's really what I need to focus on and really cut out all the sales copy. I'm not great at sales copy because I don't believe in selling things. So I could take out most of the sales copy and just focus on figures, facts, and testimonials, and probably have a much stronger sales page anyway. So those are some things that I've been wrestling with that have come to my attention this month. And so those are the things that I'm working on. This might be helpful for other people who have similar frustrations or challenges as I have had with the social aspect of your business, I do recommend Captivate by Vanessa Van Edwards. I think that's going to become my new go-to book for the next few months as I try to wrestle with improving this aspect of my online business. And even though a lot of my stuff is offline, even though I travel a lot, I definitely go to events where I do want to be making one-on-one connections with people, and this is really something that I haven't paid enough attention to, that I think has really held me back. So this is something I'm going to try to focus on and get better at, not only in my videos but also in my sales copy and in my person-to-person interactions and conversations.